Ladies and gentlemen, we just did a 45-minute podcast and Big Brother didn't record it. We are doing a
Boss.
follow-up podcast right now. How much time do you have?
Uh,
Great.
15 minutes.
That's all we need. In 15 minutes, we are going to speed through what was maybe one of the most exciting Cobros
Great. It was a
episodes
great episode. It was a great episode.
ever. We talked so much trash on so many people. What?
15 minutes. Timer on.
15 minutes, timer on. Here we go. We have 15 minutes. Let's talk about in fast verse some of the things we just talk about. I think I dove right into the thing and I was like, I watched this Kelsey documentary about Jason Kelsey, and you were like, oh, what? That didn't
Oh,
exist.
that's a documentary. I didn't know about that.
And here's the thing about Jason Kelsey, and I'm just going to say it again because it's worth saying it again, and we'll do another episode tomorrow or Sunday. But Jason Kelsey is an inspiration of a guy. I love how he puts the city of Philly on his back. He's got his kids and his wife on his back. Actually, I think everybody's on his wife's back because she's holding that family together.
He's
But
the
I
one.
just love how he shows up. And you were telling me about some stuff he did at the game, right?
So he picked up, so there were two girls in the crowd. He picks them up, puts them on his shoulders, and walks them back up to the box where Taylor Swift is because they want to see Taylor Swift. And he goes and makes their day and shows them Taylor Swift because he's just that guy.
Yes, and the thing we love most about Jason Kelsey being just that guy is he didn't have it out on his phone. He wasn't putting in a hashtag to make sure everybody saw it. It's not to get more views. It's not to get more this or that. Like, the guy is just a dude who shows up for the people, young and old and everybody in between, and that's super awesome. And he owns, and we didn't even get into this, but the dude, he's trying to open a cattle ranch,
A
and
cattle ranch?
yeah, because he's like he doesn't know if he's going to retire.
If I can imagine one thing Jason Kelsey doing, a cattle ranch is just so like that makes sense. I can see it.
But he doesn't, he's like going to like all these conventions to learn about how to raise cattle and how to do it. And then it's like in the same time, he's like, wow, it's like me and six farmers in a room. And like, this is an NFL icon. You know what I'm saying? So it's really funny. You guys should check out the Jason Kelsey documentary. And again, so many shouts out to his wife, the wives of these guys and the spouses and the partners and all that. Like, man, it ain't easy to watch your loved one get battered out there in war, like we were talking about, right? Because it's really they go to war. So shouts out to Mrs. Kelsey. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name.
To his daughters as well. They gotta put up with him too. You know.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And then how about we were talking a little bit about war and the
War.
end of World War II kind of, I believe, spawning the beginning of the NFL so people could go root for more war, which is nuts.
Ain't that a thing?
Ain't that a thing? I mean, we are the great American war machine. I mean, it is, we keep wars going, and whether you're for war or against war, well, we're always in one. So,
Yep. Always, there's always something happening with that.
always
But
helping assist in some sort of war. Um,
what else did we talk about? We talked about
I can't believe I didn't record that, bro. You have got to get on top of this.
Who is this old man I'm here with? This old man, he can't record. I don't even
I'm
know.
embarrassed. And you know what's even more
man?
embarrassing? I'm an old man that can't record. You're a young man that can't remind me to record.
You should have come on, producer, MC on the mic, host. What's going on?
I'm just doing too many things. So if I turned around and showed you what this wall of wires and chaos looks like in my office right now, dude,
I got the same thing going on over here.
we have to get in one place so we can build one studio, like not in our bedrooms and offices and like makeshift
corners of rooms and closets, and
we got to one up it. Oh, I'm going to tell you something we talked about that is worth reciting twice: sponsorship on these podcasts. So we're looking at Voodoo Donuts. We're looking at some organic Reese's cups.
Organic Reese's cups.
We want to make bad decisions, but in the safest, healthiest way possible. So
organically.
that's what we're doing. Because in my mind, I go, oh, I get it. It's sugar, but it's organic. This is not that bad for me. It's kind of like a salad, right? Like organic chocolate is not that much different than just eating kale. It's like the same thing. So basically, I'm good with it.
That's got to be scientifically proven.
Oh, we got to talk our beef. Let me get my beef back on with Travis Kelsey real quick so he can beat me up when he sees me.
Oh yeah. What did
Travis
you
Kelsey had to throw the Ravens kicker's Tucker's football helmet at a thing. And at first I was like, this is kind of funny. Patrick Mahomes makes it funny because I feel like Patrick Mahomes always has like this goofy spirit about him. But when I saw Travis throw the helmet, I was like, man, there's some intent there. Like
Yeah.
this guy's taking hostages, bro. Like
You
he's
gotta be doing all that, man. You don't gotta be throwing the man's helmet, throwing his balls. You don't gotta be doing all that. It's just too much. You know, you could have easily picked up his helmet, gave it to him, picked up his footballs, put him over there. You could have been so much nicer about that. But no, he's got to pick it all up and throw it out and do this and do that. It's too much. Too
but
much.
it's war at the end of the day, right? These guys are going to war. There's hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. There's so much happening. And if one guy gets the upper hand by playing psychologically with the other guy, is that allowed? Is that part of the game? I guess it is, right? I mean, imagine you've been on a football field, you know how much shit is talked, right? In between plays. Like,
Yeah. I wish Justin Tucker went out there and just kicked a 70-yard field goal to win the game. That would have
what's
made
his
me so
longest?
happy. His longest, I believe, 69 or 67, some crazy number. It was once upon a time last year. It was to win the game. It was a game-winning kick. He kicked it and it hit the bottom of the goalpost. It went boink and flipped in. It was like 69 yards or 67 yards, the longest kick ever in the history of the NFL.
That's crazy. There used to be a dude that had no toes that could kick like 60
Yep.
yards.
Yep. He had like a nugget, like a thing, like on his foot. It was the craziest thing.
It's kind of like you're kind of like, well, is it a little bit of an advantage? I don't know.
It is. It might be. It might be.
But then you have to go, how hard is it to run up to a football with no toes
No
on one of your
toes.
foot? So is
It's
it
true.
like he's got a handicap, but then he's not?
I don't even know. I don't even know if he ran. I think his thing was like he just stood there and kicked it.
It's like a paddle, just oh, bam, there it goes.
I think that's what he did. I don't know, man.
Oh
I don't
man.
get that thing.
What else did we cover? Oh, I talked about Mike. This wild
Like
documentary, or not documentary. This is a scripted show, but it's based on the Tyson one man show that happened in Vegas. Again, you have to check this out. Mike Tyson's a right or wrong, good or bad, whatever you think of him. I'm inspired by the guy, his run of life and everything he accomplished and everything that's happened to him and all the mistakes he made. He's a guy that can serve as inspiration to two generations, your generation and my generation, that was both right and wrong, just like a guy like Jason Kelsey, who is so far different from me and you, right? He's an NFL football player, mid 30s, about to retire and become a
uh,
cattle rancher or whatever he's going to do, podcast. I mean, he's got the biggest sports podcast in the world.
it's
I'd
big. I
probably
think
stick
might
with
be the
that.
big podcast at the moment. It's that podcast is booming.
I mean, it's fun to watch the brothers talk. I mean, it's kind of what's kind of made us want to do this a little bit, and I think it's good. So if they can get more brothers, more siblings, more brothers, sisters, whatever, talking and hanging out and having a good time, it's great. We can't be together.
Everybody.
Yeah, you live far, I live far, so this is awesome. Um, but yeah, I have got to, have to. It is absolutely necessary that I must hit record before we start these
Yeah.
podcasts.
Yeah, that might be a little important. That
Yeah,
might
because
want to do that. That might I don't know. That might be a good idea. I don't know.
it's
Before we
so
start talking for 45 minutes, it might be a good idea to press the record button.
please don't ever let me make this mistake again.
I won't.
We
I won't. I won't.
we were riffing to a point that I was sweating and I don't have it recorded, bro. And now people are gonna get this 15-minute like
Goober of
summarized
what we
version, and
had
they're gonna have to
before.
wait
Yeah.
for episode 3 to come out when we give them an hour of crushing Cohen's on here, just
Yeah.
talking smack. Um, that's all right.
Yo, but
We apologize.
interesting, not interesting, but another topic because you talked about Mike or the Mike Tyson show. I'm watching this other show right now on Hulu. You ever hear of Snowfall?
I auditioned for it. I wanted that role so bad.
Seriously? I don't think that's a role you can play.
No, so it changed a lot of things from the original script. But if you watch the pilot, in the very beginning pilot, there was an audition scene, and the audition scene was me doing a bunch of drugs on a bed with a couple of girls, and then a girl takes a straw and sticks it in my ass
Oh, okay. That's the okay. I'm sorry. I'm wrong.
and blows a line of cocaine up my
You were gonna
ass
be
in the
that guy?
audition. I did the audition for it.
Be
I
that
got a
guy?
callback for it, but I never went any further.
Oh, you would have been perfect for that role, man.
But that role was the lead the skinny white detective
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was part of his role. They broke it into two
Yes.
separate pieces because they couldn't make it, I don't think work. But is
Yeah.
that John Singleton makes that show?
I don't know. I got no idea.
Somebody awesome.
I don't know. I don't know. But it's a really good show. That's all I know. It came
How
back
far in are you? A couple seasons?
in three. Just
Wow.
started season three. It's such a great show, man. I love it. I love
And
it.
it's all about kind of like the cocaine business, right? And like how it
Yeah,
started.
like all different aspects of it, like the cocaine business with Mexican people, the cocaine business with the black neighborhoods, the cocaine business with white people, the cocaine business with the Colombians, everybody, and it's I like it. It's good.
Have you ever seen the documentary Cocaine Cowboys?
Yes,
That's
yes, happened
literally
right here. That
based.
happened in Florida. That's yeah.
And then the follow up with that, which crosses over to Griselda and this young guy that she was dating, is Cocaine Cowboys 2 documentary. And then they made a Cocaine Cowboys series following that. And I think it's on Netflix. The dude
I,
that makes it's awesome, man. He's a Florida guy. And
I think I watched a limited series on Netflix about it, and
yeah,
like I don't remember the guy's name, Falcone.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
like that stuff. That's interesting to me. That's history, man.
Our dad knows half of the names in all those documentaries. Um, Yeah, so I want to see some Snowfall. I definitely read the scripts and I thought it was an amazing show back in the day, but I haven't followed up on it. We need to hop on our podcast. These the In 2024, there's 48 episodes of the Cobros podcast coming out
Waiting to be made, waiting to be
with
recorded.
oh God. Ugh. And it's really so terrible because it's not like I want it. I'm like mad that it didn't get recorded for like, oh, we can't do it again. It's just there was so much flow and so many good
Yeah,
moments.
it's gone. It was 45 minutes of great conversation, great talking, and it's just gone. It doesn't exist. It may not even have happened. That may have just been something we dreamt up and just a construct of our minds. We have no idea. We have no idea. That might not even have been real.
I'm so
Deleted.
embarrassed. What a
That got deleted
tragedy.
from
I'm
our
literally
minds.
breaking out in a
I
sweat
know. I
right now.
see.
I'm just like, how could I do that? It was just like this is I'm getting old, bro. Like I joke about it. Like people are like, "Oh, why do you get up slower? Why do you make so many dad noises?" I'm like, I'm getting old and I joke, but I'm getting old. I can't even I
Can't hit.
send you an
Can't
appointment.
hit record.
Bro, I send you an appointment. I type in your email. I make it all perfect. The whole office is set up. Lights are on. And I don't record the show. It's like, why did I even bring a camera?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Anyways, your timer's about to go off, I'm assuming.
Let's see. We got 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes. What kind of hot takes do we got in 2 minutes? Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna call a fight together. We're gonna do it in the
Yes.
very near future, maybe this weekend. Who knows?
Yes. I'd love to
UFC
do that.
or boxing. We'll find something good. We'll both, buy that fight, or hopefully if it's free, I don't know, whatever. And we're gonna call a fight together.
Free fight.
Um, we're gonna talk more about football because the Super Bowl is here a week away, basically.
Yeah. Pro Bowl this
Who's halftime show? I forgot.
Usher.
Oh, wow. So, like, what's cool about getting old? All my artists are starting to do the halftime
Yeah.
shows, right?
Yeah.
I get Rihanna. I met Rihanna, and it is Rihanna, by the way. And I met Rihanna at a VH1 awards carpet when she got nominated for her first award. And then I
Awards. That's
grew up in this business, got to watch her. And then obviously Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, I came up on.
OGs.
And then as soon as I started dating girls and thought I was sexy and could dance, I started listening to Usher. So these are my people. I could never dance, and I certainly only thought I was sexy because I was just looking stupid most of the time. But that's a good thing about getting 41. You're going to have to wait 20 years to see some of your favorite
Oh
mumble rappers, some of
man.
your favorite mumble rappers in the NFL halftime show because they
Hey
got to
man.
hear what they're saying.
I can't wait in 20 years to see my girl Ice Spice, man, on stage, man. I can't wait. I love my mumble rappers.
Before I let you go, I heard
Where
this
you let
question
me
on
go?
Instagram.
It sounds like I'm in Zoom class. You're putting me back in COVID right now. before you
Before
left.
before I let you go off, I heard this question and I thought it was very interesting, and I'm curious at how you'll answer it. You die tomorrow.
Yes.
You die tomorrow, but you come back the next day, and everybody you met in your whole life is in a room, and you get to spend that day with a person. Who do you look for?
Dad.
Good man. You're a good boy. All
I'm a
right.
dad boy.
I like that. I just thought it was a
That's
beautiful
a great
question.
question.
Somebody
That's a great
somebody asked
question.
somebody,
Yeah, that's a
like
good
of
question.
all the, and now as you get older, it doesn't change. Like, right, dad's my basically, other than you and Carly, my only family member I talk
Yeah.
to. So of course it would be him. But as you get older and somebody asks you if you could go back and see everybody you met in your whole life in a room, who do you look for? Who do you
I know
look for?
his
But
answer.
that girl that got away, that girl that could have been the girl,
That's
that
yeah, that's
that
true.
that
That's
that
true.
dude that did you wrong and you never said something to him, that person that offered you a job and you're like, I don't know, like, you never know. I just thought it was interesting.
It's a good
Um,
question. It's a good deep question.
we're doing podcasts all nonstop for this next week because I'm in this house alone and I can't be alone. I'm not good at being alone, so don't let me be alone. All right. I promise I'll hit record if you remind me. Siri, hey Siri, hey Alexa, remind me to record whenever I'm on
All gonna
Zoom.
start going off now.
All right. I gotta let my little bro go. I totally screwed this Cobros podcast. You're only getting 15 minutes of delightful summarization. That guy
Banter.
over there is the Tico Fantasy Show. I'm MC on the mic. Together we are the Cobros. Where we go from here, I have no idea, but I promise you it'll be decades and generations of fun and entertainment. Until next time, peace.
Deuces, brother.